working.
Sure. I guess I need to get better with that. I've gotten in trouble sometimes too, like certain places. So we'll just keep it at that. So you said, do they understand we need a wall on our southern border? And that's the thing too, guys. Like when it comes to
what does that have to do with based? That is a position.
It has nothing to do with base. It's just like an opinion that he has. Like as far as a wall on the southern border, sure. Like I know we're kind of going to politics now, and you know we still have politics. We're gonna cover a story here soon. I'm only gonna cover politics when it's like super funny. Like I'm not here to be like a political channel anymore. And you know, as far as the southern border, like sure.
Yeah, we're voting for Trump. This guy is pro-Trump. He's 100% pro-Trump. He keeps going on about Trump. I don't have any opinion on it personally. This guy's just pro-Trump.
There you go.
No, I'm just sorry.
So, I mean, cool.
I mean, I don't know actually what his views are.
So yeah, like
we don't have to get into it. I don't want to get into it.
we don't have to get into it, but like about the southern border. So, I mean, cool. I don't know. Like he tried to do it. I don't know whether he does or not. Like I'm a libertarian. Do you know what a libertarian is?
Yeah.
What is it?
You're like kind of like, oh, you know, marijuana should be legal.
That's the first thing you went to.
I don't know. No guns, you know.
Well, that's not true.
No, I'm just joking.
So okay, like I said, I'm introducing this guy to all the new concepts or whatever. So libertarian basically means that you think the government like sucks and it shouldn't be involved in anything. So they shouldn't like taxes should be like we should get like as low as taxes as possible, and don't believe in like government programs or whatever. Like it's just the government, whenever they get involved, they're like pieces of shit. Like they don't know how to do things.
Yeah.
And like prime example is the DMV. Like you go to the DMV, you go to the post office. It's always like people who are part of unions. They can't get fired, so they're like really slow. That's why it takes forever when you go there. It's like bad service or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why like I have, and I'm not like 100% libertarian. Like there's certain things I'm not gonna like. There's not a hill I'm gonna die on. So when it comes to the southern border, I just feel like when Trump was like, he hasn't even brought that up in a while. He kind of ran on that concept 4 years ago because it was kind of a cool thing to, like, I've covered it before, and like I said, we're kind of like dipping our toes in the politics. So I made a video before where like Donald Trump, he's like Ric Flair. You know who Ric Flair is?
Yeah.
He's kind of like a wrestling personality. So he says what people want to hear, even though it's bullshit. And some people do know it's bullshit. So when he was running in 2016, he's like, yeah, we're going to have a wall and Mexico's going to build it. Like, this is things he would actually say, like, Mexico's going to build it. And then the president of the former president of Mexico came out and was like, tell Trump he's going to build his own fucking wall. And, like, literally said that, like, was cussing. And, like, Trump at another rally was like, you know what? Tell the former president of Mexico that the wall just got 10 feet higher.
Oh,
I'm like,
right,
you remember that?
Yeah.
So it's like he's kind of like a WWE like personality. Like Trump literally was in the WWE. Like he did. Did you ever see like how Trump like he was in a wrestling match or whatever?
No.
You never saw that?
No.
Yeah. So he was in a wrestling match, and like I said, he's a personality. So the southern border, I don't think it's ever going to get done. I think it is a waste of money.
You think it's a waste of money?
Yeah, I think it's like it's never going to get complete. Like we're literally halfway through the presidency, whether Trump stays or not. I think he will win again, just because the Democrats don't know how to do it, how to like combat him, and then they chose Joe Biden.
You don't think Joe Biden has a chance?
I don't think so. We're gonna talk about that in a moment. So like I said, we're dipping our toes in politics here, but I think he's not going to win. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to win.
Just to put that, just one thing on that. It's
What's
so
that?
funny. I have like a bunch of friends that are like, whatever. I just on their stories, it's like what I ordered, and it'll have Bernie Sanders and whoever else was running with Bernie Sanders, and then it's like what I got, and it's Joe Biden and
Kamala Harris. Yeah, it's a meme. It's become a meme at this point. It's like. Like what I ordered.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a restaurant and you ask for Coke, and then Coke is Bernie Sanders, and AOC, it's like that other like young, like that young girl, forgot her full name, Cortez or whatever, and then what I got, and then the waiter says, "Is Pepsi okay?" And then it's Biden, and then Kamala Harris. Like, I guess I don't need to pull it up, but yeah, that's why I love the internet. I love memes, but I was gonna say, I don't think they're gonna win. We're gonna cover this in a moment, but as far as the southern border, I don't think it's gonna really help. Like, I think.
Well, how do you feel about like the idea of a wall?
I think that immigration is like illegal immigration. Like, we're both. Well, I don't. You're like, you're.
My family was immigrated.
Yeah, but you were born in the United States.
Yeah.
So you're American. Like, your heritage is, you know, I don't know if you want to say it, but you know, you have your heritage. You're Southern American, South American. But you're American. Like, you were born in America. I was born in another country. My sister was born here in America, but I was born in another country. I had to get, you know, climb the border, and you know, I'm just kidding. But you know, I came here legally and had to get my papers and everything. I got my citizenship when I was like 15 years old, and you know, because of that, like, I am like very hardcore. Like, I love America. This is why we came here, because we have opportunity. Yeah. You know, I love Brazil. I have Brazilian pride, but there's a reason why we're all coming here, because you know, the jobs are here, the opportunities here, it's safe. I was going on a point. Oh yeah, so illegal immigration is a problem. So we have like illegal immigrants that come through, and you know, like get deported. Like the border needs to get stricter, because you can have like people who get deported like 5 times. Like, there's cases where an illegal immigrant comes over. He's obviously a hardened criminal with, you know, criminal background, and you know, kills a lady, like runs her over, like is drunk driving, kills someone, and then you look at his history, and he was deported 5 times already. So it's like he's obviously like, yeah, great, I'll get deported, I'll come back. And it's obviously like a very low. It's not a strict immigration, you know, border or whatever.
Right.
Do I think a wall will help that? I don't know. Even if it did, I think that a lot of unnecessary resources, like, who's going to pay it? Mexico's not going to pay for it. China's not going to pay for it. We're going to pay for it. And that just means more taxes. I don't believe in. I want as less tax as possible. Every time I fucking see my paycheck and I see all these taxes, I'm like, I just hate it. And I know it pays for a lot of social services or whatever. Like I said, I don't believe in it. Like, there's strict libertarians who are like, no, like, we don't need to pay any tolls. You know, all roads need to be private. Government doesn't need to be involved in anything. You know, we don't need police. We don't need firefighters, because the market takes care of itself. That's what they say. The market takes care of itself. If we don't have so a social service is like police, firefighters, right? So they believe like we shouldn't have any taxes at all. Eventually, we'll form our own firefighters and our own police departments. Like I said, I'm not that strict. Like, I do believe like police is okay, and firefighters okay. You know, certain social services are necessary. However, when it comes to the southern border, all I hear when I hear that is just very high taxes and very high, just money being spent on something that is not 100%, you know, gonna happen. Like, we're during the election right now. Trump, he's not gonna talk about the southern border. Or he's not going to talk about the wall. Like, I'll talk about immigration, but he's not going to talk about the wall, because I feel like it's just too much money. So
I think it's just not a subject anymore. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Like I said, it was a talking point.